All right, we are here with Erica Swope from Transcend. Kind of following up to our conversation with Jennifer last week, we're going to talk a little bit about millennials. And I think Erica is a special millennial because if you look back here, 91% of millennials will leave their job within 3 years. And Erica has been at Transcend for 3 years. So she's in that 9%. So I'm trying to find out why. What is it that you look for in a company, and why have you been here at Transcend for over 3 years besides an amazing boss?
I was gonna say, you were the reason that,
right.
Yeah, just flatter yourself. You were the one who recruited me, and the reason that I've stuck around specifically in this industry for so long and at this company for so long. I think a lot of it is who your mentor is at work.
Okay.
You know, I have a lot of friends that do not have a good relationship with their boss, and they are miserable at work every day because of that. So I think that's a huge role. I also think that our company, because it's a lot of millennials, you kind of targeted in on, you know, what we're really looking for at work. And Transcend offers a lot of that. For example, flexibility, the ability to make as much as you want. If you're money motivated, it's a great job. You know, it's just a really fun, open work environment, and all of us are really close. I think you really tuned in on making sure that all the personalities kind of matched, which I don't know if you can always do that, but to some extent.
We're all just a little off.
We all get along for the most part.
No, so to kind of relate it back to what we do, and you're hanging out with your friends a lot, and you guys are talking about, you know, your jobs. How much does office space come up, and what do you guys look for? What does a millennial kind of look for in the office space?
Office space comes up a lot. I think my friends are kind of split. You know, half of them are in the tech world, and the other half are more in like the accounting or you know, law field, where they're in a more stuffy work environment, and they definitely are, you know, not as chipper and happy about their jobs, but they have a, you know, secure living, I would say.
Yeah.
But I think as far as, you know, things that I personally look for, I love kind of the tech open feel, which I know is a big trend right now too with office space, but
Right.
I love that. I think it's a great way to collaborate and to all work together.
Okay.
I do think that, you know, people in their 20s, 30s are kind of looking for a fun work environment, the ping pong tables, you know, just being able to look over your desk and see your friends or your boss and all work together.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that. We work in a really, you know, great office park with younger companies too, so we can interact with people that way.
Yeah.
So I think all of those.
Which I think people miss out on a lot of times, the energy of the office park or the office building you're in. It can help out a lot. I mean, we're at Piedmont Center and we have a great outdoor patio, but you see people walking around all the time. You bump into people, you start making friendships with other people at other companies. And I think people don't realize the value of that.
Right. No, it plays a huge role, I think. And, you know, we get business that way, and we're able to refer people to, you know, clients that way as well.
Cool. So last question for you. When you guys are all together and you're hanging out at Sky Bar or wherever you guys hang out at.
Okay. I don't know what Sky Bar is, but.
Big Sky. Wherever. When you're talking about your companies, you talk about like the mission of the company, the brand of the company space, how much you guys are making. Like, what is it that you've kind of seen that's important to you and your friends?
Obviously how much you make. You know, at our age, millennials, you know, love to travel. Everyone always says that millennials love experiences, so you want a job that allows you to afford those and to, you know, experience things. I do think that the company environment and your leaders at the company play a huge role.
Okay.
Office culture does too. You know, if I were at a cube every day, or my friends who are at a cube every day and don't have a lot of social interaction, are generally just not as happy at their jobs.
Gotcha.
So I do think that being able to perform your job function in your work environment, you know, plays a huge role. And especially in sales, it's important to be able to collaborate and have that environment that helps you do your job.
Engagement.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
Well, Erica, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you guys learned a little bit more about millennials?
Maybe we'll have another interview in 3 more years.
We better.